The Gary Henderson Show is brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, Papa John's, Paul Miller Ford Mazda, P-Rats, Shelter Insurance, Specialty Foods Group, and by UK Healthcare.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cliff Hagan Stadium. We have only 1 week remaining in the 2016 college baseball regular season. And if you have not been out to Cliff Hagan Stadium, then shame on you, because some of UK's most electrifying, shocking, and stunning moments have taken place here at the friendly confines. To quote third base coach Keith Vorhoff earlier this year, the Cliff giveth and the Cliff taketh away. Well, this past weekend, the Cliff gave the fans a lot to cheer about, especially in games 2 and 3 against 7th-ranked South Carolina. During the course of this show, we will recap the South Carolina series and also take a look at the baseball Wildcats in one particular aspect, and it has nothing to do with baseball, but instead it has everything to do with hair. I'll explain a little bit later on in the show. But this past weekend, when Kentucky met up with South Carolina, not many people thought UK would really have a chance. However, history would prove otherwise. In 2010, 2012, and 2014, the Wildcats would take the series against South Carolina, even though the Gamecocks were ranked in the top 10 each time the Gamecocks visited Lexington.
You don't take it for granted. You know that when you play the Gamecocks, they're going to be really talented. They're going to do a few things well every year. Certainly team defense is going to be one of them. They're going to have a strong bullpen, but over the years we've just been fortunate to win the series when we play them here.
When we come back, we will take a look at Game 2 of the South Carolina series next on the Gary Henderson Show. Entering this weekend series against Ole Miss, Kentucky had developed a theme for the most part during the season. Lose on Friday, rally to win on Saturday and Sunday in taking the series. UK has won 5 series to date, 4 of them in that scenario. And in Game 2, Dustin Beggs would improve on a stellar season, and he carried a no-hitter into the 6th inning.
Hits this ball in the air into left field. Zach Rex giving chase. He dives, and he makes a great catch. Dustin Beggs, the Kentucky right-hander, trying to strand 2 runners here in the top of the first. His 0-2 is cut on and missed. And that ends the top half of inning number 1. Another 0-2, and that's a letter-high strike. Cullen down looking. Second strikeout for Dustin Beggs. 1-1 to Hairston. Ground ball right side. Stokes a long way to his left. Dives. Can't get to it. Becker's going to try to score. The throw is in front of the plate. He'll score standing up, and Kentucky takes a 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Dorian Hairston. Webb working from the stretch, and he turns loose the 1-1. In the air, slicing toward the alley in right center, and this one's going to bang short of the warning track. Cone slings it in behind second. 1 run is home. Marshall scores, and right on his heels comes Pompey all the way from first. It's a 2-run double for Cottom and a 3-0 lead for Kentucky. 7-inning game. 2-2 in the air to left field. Rex going back. This ball still traveling back on the track. He'll reach up to make the grab, and Carolina turned away in order for a 2nd straight inning. GC players. 2-2. He looked at strike 3, a fastball on the inside corner. Strikeout number 3 for Dustin Beggs, and the second called 3rd strike. Beggs about to deliver a payoff pitch with 1 out and no one on. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He chased a high fastball, and that's the 10th straight retired by Dustin Beggs, dating back to the first.
Really just didn't want to repeat what happened last week. So really focused on rhythm and balance this week. Me and Coach Henderson worked extensively on that throughout the week. So I was really just trying to make all my pitches, get all of them late, and focus on one pitch at a time.
Came off the bench as a pinch hitter last night, went 0 out of 1, drawing his first start of the weekend tonight, and strikes out in his second trip to the plate. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Mooney down on strikes. That's number 6 for Dustin Beggs. Played against Bride, the cleanup hitter. Fake to third, move to first. He's got it picked off easily. Oh my. 16th pickoff of the year for Kentucky. With just 7 games remaining in the SEC season, starting tomorrow. 2-2. Grounded to short. Mahan flips to Becker. 4-1 to McNeil. 2. 6-4 to 3. And that takes us to the 7th inning stretch. The 4th most for the freshman this year. 2-0 in the air. Deep right field. This is a no-doubter. See you later. A solo home run for Tristan Pompey. And it's a 5-0 lead for Kentucky. 1-2, strike 3, a fastball. Just caught the outside corner. Hopkins taking a long look at that spot. Week wins have not been automatic by any stretch. 0-2, ground ball left side. Mooney goes to his left. He scoops, he throws, and it's off the glove of Tolbert. Mahan's going to try to score. He will without a throw, and it's 6-0. With 2 outs in the 9th. One would think they're going to try their best to get this one in. Beggs from the stretch fires in the air into right field. Hairston's going back on the track, circles around, makes the grab, and Dustin Beggs pitches Kentucky to a series leveling win. A complete game and the first shutout of the right-hander's 2-year career as the Wildcats pick up a 6-0 victory against South Carolina.
Tremendous day for Dustin. And again, you know, your staff sees that or your team sees that, and it hits him that it can be done. You know, I mean, and I think that that's a part of success and part of confidence is watching somebody do it, and then they look around and go, well, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it. And I think that whether you're talking about mound presence early or coming through in the clutch when you're hitting or turning in a tough play defensively, I think those things all help the synergy of the club, the confidence, the chemistry in the feel of your team.
A complete game and the first shutout of the right-hander's 2-year career as the Wildcats pick up a 6-0 victory against South Carolina.
So the Cats take game 2. We would go on to game 3, and we'll get to that game when we come back here on the Gary Henderson Show. Thanks for staying with us as we talk UK baseball. It came down to game 3 against South Carolina, and Kyle Cody, who was drafted in the 2nd round a year ago, decided to come back. And the maturity that he has shown this year was on display last weekend against the Gamecocks as he went into game 3, getting himself in and out of jams, and then a guy named Jelly and Hairston would finish it off.
Breaking ball got him looking. Well, Cody, who's been known for a devastating fastball throughout his career, got him with the bender. Line drive to the second baseman. Becker to first, double play. And for the 2nd inning in a row, Kyle Cody wiggles off the hook. Line drive right back to Cody. Knocks it down to second. Got him. 2-2 to Bride. Got him. Kyle Cody living dangerously through 3 innings, but he has kept the number 7 team in the country off the board this past week. And he cranks this one to left. Going back to Stino, looking up at the wall. Goodbye. Home run. A 2-run shot for Javon Shelby, and the Wildcats finally get to Adam Hill.
I'll tell you, Clay, up in the strike zone with 2 strikes can be a really effective swing and miss pitch. But up in the zone, and especially if you're in the middle of the plate to this guy, Javon Shelby, and you're playing with lightning right there, and which could get scary now.
It might become a thing for the Bayou Bengals. That's down the line. Becker has Kentucky's 2nd hit of the day. And it's a stand-up double. here in the fourth. Setting up outside was Jones, can't handle the pitch, and Kentucky adds another run. Becker scores, it's 3-1. Kyle Cody has done it again. He has worked out of a hat full of jams here in Game 3.
Yeah, obviously I've grown up a lot this year. I knew coming back that I had to make some adjustments with the mental side of it because last year just wasn't cutting it. I had to be a lot tougher this year, and I feel like every game this year has gotten a lot better for me. I keep making better adjustments and just keep getting better every week.
That's hit well. Deep right. Goodbye, home run, and we're tied up again. Fourth home run of the year for Zach Rex. And Kentucky seizes the momentum back. The 1-2 to D.C. Arendis. Swung on and missed. Jelly gets out number one here in the 10th with a strikeout. The 1-2. Chop to short. The flip to second. Becker to first. Double play.
I mean, starters go out there and they give us confidence in the bullpen, and even the guys before me out of the bullpen, they just give me confidence, and they show me the way, really. If you think about it, my job should be easy. I get shown for 8 innings, you know, how to get the batters out, and so all I have to do is just follow the path that they've led before me.
Got it. The throw down to second. Not in time. The 1-2. Chased it up. Got it. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for the freshman.
I think Kyle did a really good job of setting the stage for getting out of jams early in the game. He went 5 2/3 and seemed like Houdini there for a couple of those innings, and then Sean did the same thing later on, and so really good day for us in terms of seeing what can happen if you really get specific and you really concentrate and you attack at a high level.
That was an upperclassman reaction after the strikeout from the freshman, Sean Jelly. And South Carolina is pulling its hair out today.
It's a really big moment for us, and we needed that. And I think before Rex hit that home run to tie it, South Carolina felt they had a little bit of momentum in their favor, and then it was kind of back and forth. And so I think that was a big momentum boost for us. It was a big momentum boost for me, for sure.
Got it. Big swing as Hairston tried to send everybody home.
That was not the I'm committed to first base any way I can swing.
Looking for an elevated fastball. I missed the first one. And then he made the mistake again, and I was just like, put my swing on it, and I did, and it ended up leaving the yard.
Hit well. Right field. Has a chance. Goodbye. Home run. Ball game. Kentucky wins the game and takes the series. An improbable win for Gary Henderson's team. Only 5 hits all day. 4 of them extra base hits, 3 of them home runs.
It's the Craze sweeping the UK baseball team and parts of the SEC. Dustin Beggs, Gunnar McNeil, Javon Shelby, Kyle Cody even, the beard of Zach Strecker. It's all about the hair.
Hey, I think that it's just kind of one of those things that keeps growing and people keep loving it.
The popularity of the hair has grown nationwide.
I usually wear it up in a man bun. That's the big craze nowadays. It was short up until I got here, and then everyone was kind of like, you seem like a good candidate to grow it out, and it just kind of stuck.
I started growing out my hair sophomore year, and I haven't had a desire to cut it since.
I've had fans that if I'm doing bad, they'll be like, leave her in.
I actually cut hair. I like taking something nasty and ugly and turning it into something clean.
So last year I cut it for one game and then had a bad game.
The way that he's pitching, I wouldn't touch his hair. No.
Hey, whatever's working for you, man. A 2.35 earned run average. You can't mess around with that. You got to keep the locks going, and I tell you what, it's contagious.
It has been contagious. So much so, UK pitcher Logan Salo wore a wig to practice one day, surprising Dustin Beggs.
Hey, that is great to meet you. Yeah, I brought this out for you. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. This is awesome. I haven't really cut it since August 2014. I was telling the SEC Network guys that me and Gunner call ourselves Feathered and Lethal. I've kind of helped people grow out their hair, I guess, and be their role model in that, so it's been fun.
A role model for hair? Well, apparently so. However, there is some controversy on the team.
Who's got the best hair on the team?
Of course, me, the curls. Vaughn's close second, and then Beggs is a distant third.
Why a distant third? Because he's had a lot of the national spotlight, the salad.
That's why. He gets a lot of pub.
Yeah, he's going to have to twirl those locks around a little bit.
Get the hair on the left side. Maybe it was, or excuse me, on the right side. It was on the left side, wasn't working for him, and a little off balance, so he clipped it around the other side.
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that's all she wrote. Dustin Beggs, the salad. That's the difference.
Yeah, if it made me throw a breaking ball like that, I might think about growing it out.
How would you rate your hair with Javon's?
Come on now, me, baby. Me, by far. Sooner or later, these gonna look like Andrew McCutcheon, so, yeah, me.
Kyle Cody, with his little fro that he's got going on, that's really nice, too, on the bump on Sundays. We love that.
So when's the last time you had any kind of a trim?
Trim. I don't even know what that is.
Who's got the best? You, Gunner? Is it Shelby? I mean, who's got the best lid?
Oh, definitely me. I think best in SEC for sure.
Well, the hair certainly seemed to work for Sampson. He got all of his strength through his hair, and maybe that's what Dustin Beggs and Kyle Cody have done. And Javon Shelby, his power comes from the dreadlocks, and Dorian Hairston, who is one of the strongest guys on the team, as he said, just the small curls that he'll go with. When we come back, we will wrap up the show this week. Stay with us. That will do it for this week's Gary Henderson Show. Next week is the final weekend of the regular season as Kentucky plays a 3-game set with Missouri here at Cliff Hagan Stadium. We hope to see you there, but before we go, here's our plays of the week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
No, he came with the slider.
And hit it high and deep and gone. He hung it, and Mahan knew what to do with it, and the Wildcats take an early 3-0 lead.
Hits this ball in the air into left field. Zach Rex giving chase. He dives, and he makes a great catch. For the freshman this year, 2-0 in the air. Deep right field. This is a no-doubter. See you later. A solo home run for Tristan Pompey, and it's a 5-0 lead for Kentucky.
2-2 to Bride. Got it! Kyle Cody living dangerously through 3 innings. And he cranks this one to left. Going back to Stino, looking up at the wall. Goodbye, home run. A 2-run shot for Javon Shelby. That's hit well. Deep right. Goodbye, home run, and we're tied up again. Hit well. Right field. Has a chance. Goodbye. Home run. An improbable win for Gary Henderson's team.
Play ball! The Gary Henderson Show was brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, Papa John's, Paul Miller Ford Mazda, P-Rats, Shelter Insurance, Specialty Foods Group, and by UK Healthcare.